What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Y'all, I want to do another rap chronicle today. In today's rapper, I want to talk about the rapper Project Pat. If you don't know Project Pat, he was with Hypnotized Minds Records, which is 3-6 Mafia. You know, he famous for the song Chicken Head. You know, Don't Save Her. You know, he had a lot of hit records. But what I want to say about Project Pat is his style in rapping. He is the Reverend of the ghetto. He's the preacher of the ghetto for the men. And I know this may go over a lot of you people head if you're not really from the ghetto, if you're not really from the hood, the projects, then you may don't know, what I'm talking about on this. But he made rap songs for guys that's in the hood, ghettos, and projects, dealing with that kind of lifestyle. But he was preaching. His rap style was like he was preaching to us guys in the ghetto to help us live better. Even through the women. A lot of women from the ghetto is a lot of hood rats, scallywags, that a lot of men deal with, that a lot of men, have babies by. Not dissing you women. I'm just keeping it real, keeping 1,000 on here. But he made it for the guys in the ghetto that's starting from zero. Starting from hustling with your first ounce. Starting your hustle with your first double up, $50 double up or hard, you know what I'm saying? And you out here trying to get it from the mud, from the bottom. He was speaking to the men that's going through that's trying to better themselves, to make them a better man. That's what his rap style was to me. And you can tell now because now he goes to the prisons to preach to them about God and stuff. He traveling to all type of prisons, men prisons, to go talk to them and, talk to them about God. See, that's the type of person he is, because when he was a rapper, he was talking to the men from the ghettos and projects about how to live this life. If you pay attention, if you know, if you're a Project Pat fan, you know where I'm coming from with this. But Project Pat is the Reverend of the streets. He's the Reverend of the ghetto. He preaches from a ghetto term to the hood homies, to the hood boys, the hood Negroes, whatever you want to call it. That's who Project Pat is to me. And you can tell in most of his songs, what he talk about there, how he's trying to help the guys from the ghetto. For instance, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. See, back then, a lot of guys used to always trip about women, getting their heart broke. They always trying to help and save the woman. The woman used to dog them. And it's still relevant to today. That song's still relevant to guys these days. But these guys, they I don't get these guys, but he was talking for those guys that's always trying to save them. He telling them, hey, if they don't want to be saved, if they don't want you, fuck them. Most of the music that he was saying, it was from our era, but it was to help men navigate through the hoods and trenches to be better. Just like the song, if you ain't from my hood, you can get from around here. Back then, you go to different people's hoods, they ready to get on. They don't know you. You can be an informant. You can come over, you come into the hood and we don't know you. Bad things can happen to you. You're going to have to come correct when you go to somebody else's hood. And it's still similar like that these days. But these YN, these days just shooting everything up. But back then, if you ain't from our hood, you can get from around here. You ain't finna come around here to make no money. You ain't finna come around here to sell anything. You ain't coming around here to mess with our women. Get from around here. We don't know you, so we ain't fucking with you. That was that era. He was speaking on it. But the best song that he did for the whole ghetto, for men and women, But this song called The Life We Live. This life we live in is always so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. You listen to that song that would carry you. Every time I used to feel down, like when my cousin passed, that song there helped me out a lot. That song there, it brought my spirit, so it helped me okay. It made me felt better. And that's what goes back to my point. Project Pat is the Reverend of the Ghetto. I'm telling you, man. Just like that song he had with Chrome. I was raised in the projects. I was raised in the projects. I was raised, he telling you, hey, I was raised in the project. And he was rapping about how the projects is. That's Project Pat. The Reverend of the Ghetto. Most all his songs was related to the guys helping them in the ghetto. Just like the other song he had, I don't want to go to county jail no more. There's a big fat policeman in my door. He'll grab you by your collar, make you pay $1. I don't want to go to county jail no more. We sure don't want to go to no county jail no more. You been to the county where they sit you down, you don't want to go back there. He was speaking from the project men, the ghetto for the men, man. We don't want to go back to no county jail no more. Another song, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth for it hit you in your mouth. You got to be quiet sometimes. A lot of these dudes be all that rah, and really ain't about that. Man, you can get real, well, it's still some real ninjas now, but back in the day, real ninjas didn't play that. You coming with that rah, you can get hit dead in your mouth with all that rah. But Project Pat, man, I salute to him going to them prisons and helping these prisoners, giving them light, giving them spiritual, encouragement. Because most men in prison need that. Because most men, when they was out, he understand this because he preach and talk about this topic. Most men, when they locked up, when they get out, when they locked up, when they was out, they had no guidance. They was really tricked. And music was a part that tricked them because they thought like, this the only way to make it. We can either sell dope, you know what I'm saying? And, back in the day, you get caught with one rock, you know what I'm saying? That's 10, 20 years. Almost every black man been to jail. Almost every black man is a felon. And I'm telling you, and almost every black man is gonna make a mistake. It don't take number one mistake for them to take years away from your life behind in the bars, behind the pen. And Project Pat understood that a lot of us is looking to still be free out here. Changing our life because their street life is really a trap. And most black men make mistakes in the streets and end up have to go do time, And Project Pat know that, so he go to the prisons while they in there to help them, to better themselves and give them encouragement. So if they able to get out, they can do better. And to the ones that got life in prison, help them do better inside, become a better person inside of prison by reading books. And then spreading that knowledge so when younger guys come in, they only got a few years. The guys that got life in there, they can talk sense into these young boys so they can get it. So when they get out, they can become better men. See, that's the way Project Pat on, and I salute that, So that's why I'm giving Project Pat his flowers on this one, He is the Reverend of the Ghetto. He's the Reverend of the projects for the men mostly, because most songs is about, helping the men from the ghetto, and now he's helping the men that lost and is locked up in prison to encourage them to become better people. And I like that, and I salute that, man. Shout out to Project Pat, because we need more rappers especially big time rappers, big names to do that. But it's a good start with Project Pat. His music was already related to the things he doing, so it makes sense for Project Pat to be doing what he doing. And I salute Project Pat with that. If you made it this far in the video, like the video, man. And as always, I'm gonna come back with some more flavor. And it's all good. It's your boy Mean Joe Green. Love. And I'm up out.